In the first of the men's compound semi-finals at the opening stage of the 2021 Hyundai Archery World Cup, the least experienced of the final four archers, Slovakia's Joseph Bosanski, couldn't overcome world number one Braden Gelantine of the USA. A 7 is all that Gelantine needs to win. Oh, he gets a 9 for his fifth 29 in a row in the match. In the second men's semi, Mr. Perfect Mike Schlusser of the Netherlands, the reigning champion, was up against the USA's Chris Schaff. And this one had to be decided by a single arrow shoot-off. Well, it's a 10. Oh no, he's dropped it into the 9. Chris Schaff won the battle of the two losing semi-finalists, and with it a place on the podium with victory over Joseph Bosanski. He gets the 9. That's all he needed for the win. So what a men's compound final we had in prospect. The USA's Braden Gelantine taking on Mike Schlusser of the Netherlands. What more could you ask for on the return to archery than the world number 1 and the world number 2 going up against each other for the gold medal and an automatic ticket to this season finale, the Hyundai Archery World Cup finals at the end of the season. Mikey Schlusser from the Netherlands on target number 1 will shoot first to get our gold medal match underway.
A little bit of movement of his bow there, but still hitting the 10.
Yep.
Yes. Good reply from Braden. This is kind of how he finished off that semi-final, isn't it? He just looked out of control again there. This could be an interesting match.
It looked to me like Schlusser was trying to guide that arrow once it had left the bow.
Yeah, once it's gone off and you can see that it wasn't aimed perfectly, you can like try and steer it. Sometimes you might get a bit on it, but most of the time it's just too fast to make a difference to it. But you can see their front arms kind of wildly moving to try and make a difference to it.
Solid start from Braden Gelantine. Not a bad start from Mikey Schlusser, but at this level, a perfect is, well, prerequisite really. 34 Gelantine leading Schlusser by a single point after the first end. And by crikey, they're shooting very fast.
Yeah, they are. Sometimes, you know, that puts the pressure back on your opponent. It gives them less time to recover for the next shot. But I don't think these guys are playing a game. They're just shooting well-timed arrows that are going off quickly.
Yeah. So does Braden Gelantine's process for his next arrow begin the minute he's shot the previous arrow? It looks to me like he begins his process almost immediately, whereas other archers on the shooting line will have some kind of break or reaction to an arrow. Let's see. You can tell me in a minute. Mikey Schlusser to get end number 2 underway, trailing by a single point.
Jazeker. I mean, I think Braden, he actually does show quite a lot. You know, he reacts to his arrows, so I think he does have that kind of pause usually. But your process can start anywhere. It can start unloading the arrow, or it can be at full draw.
It just seems to me that he just gets to drawing that. Look at that grouping there. He just gets to drawing that next arrow just a little bit quicker than anyone else.
Ah, so did you see that? He just used his mouth to turn his peep sight. It wasn't in line. He couldn't see.
Yep.
Still a 10. Wow.
Well, I'd like to see that on a replay. Well, perfect there for Mike Schlusser. His first of the match. Potentially could still be trailing by 1 though. Oh, big twitch there.
Yeah, you see the change in balance, front back arm, off it went.
Mikey Schlusser will shoot first to get a really good look at his sight there as well. That's the result of being near perfect, a 10. How does Galantine recover from the 9 at the end of the last end?
Yep.
Ooh, didn't look too happy with that.
Yeah, similar kind of movement, wasn't it? Unbalanced. Looked nice, but
9.8 links out.
too much in the back maybe. Just lifted it high.
Yep,
Fast.
there it is.
And in the X.
Right up. Goed jongen, X.
Another big
Links ook
twitch
tegen de
there,
hand.
but
Goed, dank je.
gets away with a 29. Just struggling to work out what's going on here.
Yep, all day long.
Another grimace, but another perfect score from Braden Galantine. 89, playing 88.
Right up.
Mike Schlusser of the Netherlands, the world number 2, will shoot first in end number 4. Didn't look happy again. I mean, this is phenomenal. That you're watching. It's almost like a breakdown of Mikey Schlusser. It sounds really harsh, but we're so used to him just going 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. To see so many 9s is very unusual.
Ja, zeker. Midden
On the spider.
Goed jongen.
Breaking the hoodoo, perhaps. Bit of a longer hold there from Galantine.
And another point opened.
Still notionally leading by a point though, the American.
Ja, zeker.
And that's a beautiful couple of shots from Mikey Schlosser, showing that he's still well in this. 10 required from Galantine to hold the lead.
There it is.
10 it is. So still a single point lead for the American. The final 3 arrows, potentially, of the gold medal match.
Net erbij, 9.8 laag.
Could be a problem. Can Galantine take advantage here? Already had a 1 point lead. That is now 2 points. Schlosser needs to put this in the centre of the target to put some kind of pressure on Galantine.
Ja, zeker X. Goed jongen. Good strong shot.
Seems all or nothing at the moment, doesn't it? Either perfect X's straight in there or just into the 9.
Yep. Show me another one.
Good grouping, good way to finish. Look at him loading the arrow for his final shot as well. Nothing more for Schloss to do other than put it into the 10.
Yeah. Good strong shot.
Another 29 to finish for him, a 138. So a 9 will take the Guatemala gold, and it's a 10, a beautiful way to finish. He really wanted that, and finally we're seeing some signs of joy from Braden Galantine. The world number 1 has taken the first Hyundai Archery World Cup Series stage here of 2021 in Guatemala City, and there is the smile finally. Brilliant performance from Braden Galantine.
Anytime you come to the World Cup, the goal is to, put the stars and stripes on the top of the podium, and I'm really proud that I was able to do that today. Anytime you're shooting against Mike, you need to bring your A game. So you're expecting perfection from him, and you need to bring it yourself. So I think we both shot at a pretty high level, and I was lucky to come out on top.
Here is how the Hyundai Archery World Cup rankings look. Braden Galantine top, and he knows he'll be heading to the World Cup final later this year. Mike Schlosser second, and Chris Schaff of the USA third.